y'all, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of the day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometime Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we broadcasting all over the world. My device is crazy. All over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is Tuesday. I missed y'all a little bit yesterday. Not much. I can't tell you no lie. I was going to come on here and lie and talk about I mean, no. Miss, no. Guess what? We back today. But hold up, y'all. I didn't know usually I have all my stuff, I like to come on. I got a little regimen I go through. I share the show like right now. I'm gonna share the show. This is why y'all could get in this regimen. I wouldn't mind. Like I'm going through all of my platforms because you can't do it until it's live. I want to do it live. So I go to this platform and what did I do? I share this. Then I got a couple of groups. I go to my groups. Watch this, y'all. I'm telling you, this is kind of, I do this, I kind of do it right while y'all not on the air. I do it, and I go to and the groups got to be public groups. You can't share it to your private groups. So I go to my little private groups. I share there. Then, tell you what I do. Yeah. Y'all gonna get it today. I'm gonna give it to you like a TI is today. Then I go over to YouTube. Just got a whole separate thing. Then I go to YouTube. I go over there and share it with every platform I can over at YouTube. Let's see. I got a couple of ways to do it over there. Yes, this is what I do. Y'all gonna have to just bear with me a minute. Cause I know y'all got some stuff to talk about. I know. Y'all know I'm the happiest man in the world today. Y'all know it. Y'all know. Hold up. Make sure y'all let me know when Mandy get on this feed. Please. Listen. Soon as Mindy get on here, y'all let me know. Let me shout out to my starting five. They are Ivan Pettit Jr. Let me go. My YouTube starting five. A thumbs up on YouTube, everybody. Let's go right now. Thumbs up. Ivan Pettit, Jeremy Davis, D. Holcomb, Simeon Sims, Corey Willis. Those are my starting five on YouTube. Robert Young is the sixth man. Listen, I know I should have 6 thumbs up automatically right there. I ain't got but 5 up there. And I know I should have 6. I just called all y'all damn name out. So, on YouTube, on Facebook, we got Daryl Anderson, Sonia Billingsley, Mike Cora, Dale Griggs, Belinda Jonican. Who else we got? 6th person is Daddy Moody. Dad, you little late. Dad must be doing something right. His dad didn't change it. Oh, nice shirt. Thank you, Sonya. Sonya, I got remind me to share y'all story today too. What's up, Ricky? Let me shout out to all my people, man, out here, man. I'm just looking. Hey, Brandy. Hard did the yo, yeah, Sonya. When Mindy get here, so everybody say, hey, y'all. When Mindy come on, everybody say, hey, Mindy, at the same time. Okay, when she come on, hey, she was coming on. Y'all let me know. Everybody at the same time say, hey, Mindy. That's all you say to her. Yeah. I can't wait. I miss you too, D. White. I miss you, D. White. Daryl Barnes say he is calling from. Y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all, I'm just so proud. I know y'all miss me. I got phone calls. Y'all, yesterday, Jimmy was supposed to do the show by himself. I told y'all I wasn't going to be there Monday. I had already told you. So if you were listening to last Thursday, but he had some technical difficulties, but we got to straighten them out, and I didn't have the time to help him straighten it out. So, but it's all right. We here today. That's it. Sometimes it's all right to miss somebody. But don't forget, when Mindy Collins come on, everybody say, hey, Mindy, at the same time. So, because we didn't do it yesterday, I'm going to double up on it today. Ain't nobody shared the show. Let me, I got something for you. Check this out. And if you're wondering why I want everybody to say, hey, hey, Mindy, Mindy got this. I don't know what it is. She got this great admiration for James Harden and him leaving Houston. Sonya, see how nice I'm being, and him leaving Houston. And so when she come on, you know, Jimmy always talking about he can't play in the big game. Some more of y'all out there. Some more of y'all out there. I don't care how many more big games he played in. He played in that one last night. Hey. Hey, Sonya, I'm trying to be nice. But share the show, y'all. Let's go. Let me share something with y'all. Let me share. Can I share with y'all? Can I take y'all inside of the I didn't show you, but I'm gonna take you. This weekend, I happened to be invited to one of my greatest events this year, the TSU Tigers banquet, scholarship banquet. It used to be, I remember it used to be called a maroon and gray thing because the president give it. But let me tell y'all something. That Melinda Spalding and the president, Alicia L. Crumpton Young, let me tell y'all something. TSU, I don't care what nobody say. And I'm here to tell y'all. But Robert, because you call the games now, that's why. You know what? My choice to call these games brought me closer to the program. And I found out stuff about this program that a lot of people I never knew. First of all, I got something for you, because I talked to my man, Keith Fobb, and Keith, Melinda. I'm telling you, y'all, Keith Fobb. I told him, man, I didn't see a lot of stuff like this available for TSU. He made me a special one. If you want to, and the reason he didn't make a lot, he had a license with TSU, but he stopped because TSU wasn't supporting it like the other. Y'all, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, Mindy there? She there? Somebody let me know. Hey, Mindy, say something so I can know you're there. Mindy, just please say something so I can know you're there. Please. So she made this for me. He made this for me. And yo, it's a bomber jacket. I ain't gonna stand all up. I'll show it to you later. But hold up. You can reverse it. I was freezing on the road. I wasn't freezing on the road. I had my coat. But I could have been wearing this on the road. Hold up, y'all. I got to show y'all. Hey, y'all gonna quit playing with historically black colleges. Because we got some of the most excellent people. And guess what? I've been to all the colleges. White, black, orange, green, all over the world. I've been to Oxford. Ain't nothing like an HBCU. Let me show you. Watch this. I flip it and hit it and quit it on y'all. You understand me? And they talking about we not supporting. Share the show, everybody. Unbelievable, Jeremy Davis, that we got a young black man is making this. Keith Fobb with the ALC collection. He been on this show. He's a supporter of this show. His brother's a high school coach in the city. And Brandon, he tell me Dylan Brooks is gone and will not be back on it. Hey, I got so much to share with y'all, man. Dylan Brooks ain't even important today. Damn, my best friend is my best friend in the world. My best friend in the world, y'all, is on here right now. Hold up, here she is, y'all. Let me put her name up here. Hold up. That's my best friend. Hey, best friend. Did you see a basketball game yesterday that intrigued you at all? Did you see anything? Did anything happen yesterday, Mindy, that just made you say, like Arsenio Hall used to say, Mindy, I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Chris Charles, Lakers. Yes. Lakers. Yeah. Steph. Hey. Can y'all imagine the weekend I had? If you've been a long supporter of this show, y'all know it's two guys in the NBA that I always considered just like my nephews. Really, that's where I started. It was Wardell, Stephon Curry, and James Harden. Did y'all see what they did over the weekend? Where's Mindy at? Mindy, you better be glad I didn't have your number. Hey, Mindy, Chad Grove, I know the EYBL was in Phoenix. I know all of that happened, but let me finish with Mindy. Let me finish with my best friend. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. But there's so much stuff. Let me just go. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. Hold up. I went to the TSU banquet. I'm going to talk about this all week. But something happened that blew me away. Talking to those students. Listen to me. I've been to colleges all over the world. I've never seen students talk about their love for their president at no other college that I've ever been to and talk to students. I'm finna repeat that. The reverence and the respect that the students, I don't care nothing about no border, I don't care nothing about nobody. I don't care nothing about nothing. But the love and respect that these students have for Dr. Alicia Crumpton Young, the 13th president of TSU. Think unbelievable pageantry. The band played. The food was excellent. They had surf and turf. They had the filet and the salmon. Let me tell you something, y'all. TSU, and I done been to events all over the world, heads of states and everything. TSU put on one of the top events I've ever been to. Black tie, tuxedo, everybody looking beautiful, unbelievable. The band and them girl sensations. I think Miss Gretchen is over them. Those young girls, if y'all know any of them, tell them first class. They had their little Tina Turner little dresses on, and most of the songs that the band, I guess they rehearsed with them, the band played for them. Them girls got up there. I mean, I videoed. I should have said I got it. I shared with y'all this week. But let me tell y'all something. TSU, first class everything, man. First class. They had an after party. They had a party. And my nephew sponsored the after party. Unbelievable. I didn't even know it. So let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all can play around what you want to. But let me tell you. But you know what, though? I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to tell you what not to be. Don't y'all be one of these negative. Man, I had one. I've stopped by one table, and it's one lady. She just pissed me the hell off. You know what? I'm just wondering why this place ain't full. It's sold out. We can't help it. Some people didn't come in a couple of chairs. So let's say capacity 5,000. And 490 show up. 4,990 show up. And she's over here talking about the 10 that didn't show up. Negative ass woman. Oh, that was the low light of my career. Well, this here. Well, my friends, I'm by herself. My friends, they didn't show up. Hey, man, quit being so negative. All you negative ass people, you just want to show up to be negative. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Get rid of that spirit. Because they had a young man come up on that stage who's graduating from TSU. He said no way he would have had the funds and know where to look at for where to find the funds if it wasn't for Alicia Crumpton Young. Alicia Crumpton Young. Now he's got scholarships to go to Johns Hopkins. He in political science major, gonna go and study how the effects that the political system has on us. And it wouldn't have happened if we don't give and we don't pay and we don't give, and so them kids can have scholarships. Yes, I had to do that. Quit, don't go if you got to be so negative. Stay your ass at home. All right, now let's get back. I don't know who to talk about first. James Harden with an epic Sixers playoff performance. Because Mendy here ties his playoff career high. What killed him somehow? Wow. 45 points. 17 of 30 from the field. 7 of 14 from 3. Mindy, can I go there? I'm gonna get back to James Harden. I'm gonna get back to him. But so I want to just go. I'm just gonna take you around the world. I'm gonna give you a little monologue on everything, and then I'm gonna come back to things I want to touch. I saw this, and I want to share this with y'all. And all you basketball people, I want y'all to think about this. Y'all need to share this show. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm going to share something with y'all that ain't never been shared before on this show and nowhere else, okay? I'm just telling y'all right now. I got you. Share. But Isaiah Thomas was in an interview, Mindy. He said something. I want to know how y'all feel about it. We can talk about it later, but I'm just going to give it out. He said, the guy that doesn't get the credit for changing the game in this so-called evolution of the game, his name is Coach Mark Jackson. Let me tell you, he said, why Mark Jackson changed the game. Mark Jackson saw a guy by the name of Stephen Curry and a guy by the name of Klay Thompson. And Mark Jackson, as a coach, made it acceptable for Steph Curry and Klay to shoot from that range. People always shot from that range. They just didn't do it as a part of their offensive scheme. Mark Jackson solely accepted Steph and Klay Thompson shooting from that distance, from that range, during crucial times. Unbelievable. Did y'all see that? Y'all, I'm just gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let y'all just smoke on that a little bit. Let me let y'all smoke on that. Then, for the first time in NFL history over the weekend, I told y'all to watch the draft. Did y'all watch the draft? We'll talk about that during the week. But the first time in NFL history, 4 out of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft were represented by black agents. Congratulations to Troy Dandy, Nicole Lynn, David Mulugata, Melvin Bratton, Kelton Crenshaw, Dietrich Jackson, and Reggie Johnson. The reason that is so prevalent to me, is because I'm going to go and find it one day in Ebony magazine back in 90, might be 95, 96. We were on the cover of, not Ebony, Jet magazine, being the first African American owned, you remember I said about ownership? Owned company that ever represented the #1 pick in the draft with Orlando Pace. First time ever. We did that. And now I'm proud for the first time in NFL history. 4 out of the top 5 were represented by black agents. I know, y'all. This old Robert had on the show. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. I've been around, Jack. Been around. Wanted to share that with you. And then I was thinking about these students, because the transfer portal. How has the transfer portal affected graduation rates of student athletes? Has the graduation become less of a priority overall for student athletes since the NIL deals are allowed? Because all I've been hearing about NIL, I ain't hearing nothing about no graduate. Y'all, we have fewer black anesthesiologists than NBA players. So I'm just trying to see some. Because I want to see the data. We need more black engineers. We need more black, and everybody can't be an engineer. Everybody don't want to be no, but we got to start valuing something. Hey, Lisa, we got to start valuing something. Valuing. We have shortages in healthcare, education, engineering, and everything. We need professionals to take care of us and these failing joints as we keep the lights on. We need folks doing eye exams. We need people making glasses. We need people filling prescriptions so I can enjoy the game and watch the game. So our kids can be more, Malcolm, than just a basketball player in the draft. The draft is nice. Don't get, if he's that good, let him go. It's true. Not at the same time. Everyone is not meant to be a pro athlete. Not everyone is meant to be a doctor or lawyer either. I understand that. But the focus should be on helping them find their purpose and how to use athletics to fulfill it. First thing I tell my clients when I talk to them, new clients, I said, let's use this sport. Let's use this contract at you being in NFL or the NBA as an economic springboard to whatever else you want to do in your life, son. I'm here to make everyone, I just want y'all to know, to make sure to know that these things are possible. There are shortages in all STEM careers. Education, trained labor, you name it. I don't want to see any missed opportunities. Yes, because most athletes only thinking about athletic side. When they move around, not how they're going to get their paperwork right. So in the long term, some of them get pimped because they never get the education and they never get to pick up in the portal either. So how many of these transfer portal, How is it affecting these athletes? I don't know. I want to know. My son is not one. I just want to know how does it affect them and the graduation rates. So I know it ain't happened but a few years. So we got. That's something for us to take a look at. Okay. All right. We good. All right. That's something else I wanted to tell you. Oh, something else happened this weekend. I got a phone call. Let me tell y'all something, the importance of this show. And let me see. Did we share it? Let me show you. I'm going to show you why sharing this show is important. Show y'all. Because sometimes it ain't about me. Okay? The other night, I got a text. This the kind of stuff that I love right here. It's the kind of stuff I love. I'm trying to show you where the text started. The text said, "Hey," and I don't want to say the names right now. I'm gonna try to go around, and I'm just going to tell you the instances because this happened, and the mom probably watching this show right now. She said, "I'm looking for intel on this elite high school camp. And the website is password protected." See, I haven't okayed it with her, so I don't want to use her and her son's name. Okay. So she sent it to me. She said, "It's for my son." And I called her. And picked up the phone and called her. And Mate, you got to pay attention to this. I called her mom back. And I said, she told me she's trying to get her son in this camp. I said, "What you want me to do?" This is what I said, Trey. I said, "What do you want me to do?" She said, "Well, these AAU coaches and all these people saying what they can do and what they can do, they couldn't get this from me. So I text you." I said, "Send me the information about your son and where you want to go." She sent it to me. So I forwarded to the head coach of this college. This kid wants to be a kid who mama watches my show, watches this show. Kid want to get in this camp. I texted coach. Coach said, "Let me see what happened when I texted coach." I forgot. Y'all gotta understand. I forgot this stuff. I'm giving you a story that y'all need to know immediately. I said, told him one of our top guys out of Houston is trying to sign up to your camp. His mom said registration is required. Y'all watch this now. Registration is required. You have to have an elite code and recommended by. I said, "Can I get him in?" Point blank. Here's some of the materials on the kid. He plays with so-and-so, so-and-so. That's what I told the coach. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. You got to watch this, Trey Phillips. From watching this show, the show that people don't want to share. Not y'all, but the other people don't want to share. People want to talk about this show, right? So guess what? I said, "Coach, please send me the code so he can register." He said, "Yes." Okay. I left it alone. I did my part. I didn't know. I guess I knew. I didn't know how influential I am. Okay? Because that call, that's text. I didn't call the coach. I just texted him. Just what I showed y'all. These kids, the young man played in a tournament out of town. Okay? This weekend. His mama texts me late at night. Let me get back to the mama. Hold on. Y'all, this is amazing. Mama texted me late Friday night, Saturday morning at 11 a.m. I was asleep. Y'all know my butt be going to sleep. It's on Friday night. She said, "You are awesome." She just sent me that thing on Friday. Listen, she sent me this on Friday. Y'all, I don't think y'all listen to me out there. I don't really think y'all listening to me right now. She sent me this on Friday at 12 p.m. She sent me that, the first thing about her son. And then I sent it to the coach. So guess what she said? She called me back. She said, "You are awesome." I called her. Because I didn't know what the hell she's talking about. Because I haven't talked to the coach. Coach ain't text me back. He just said yes. That is Moody. Coach ain't text me back. The woman called me. I saw her text the next morning. And I called her, Daryl Barnes, and said, What happened? What'd I do? I promise y'all this. If she ever, I'm going to let her tell the story. Check this out. Watch this, Tina. It go further than that. Go further than that. Tina. She called me. I said, "Why am I so awesome? What happened?" She said, "My son is not ranked as high as some of the people on his team. They got all these top guys on his team." She said, "The coach Htx came over and singled out my son, not the top 100 guys. And this is a Power 5 coach. She came over and told my son, said something to her son like, 'Yeah, Robert Hatter told me, come look at you. I'll holler at you. I'm going to make sure you're good.'" The mama said, people were looking like, "Wow, this dude came over here and talked to my son, not the top 100, not the top 100 kids. Came over there and singled out her son." Now, see why she said I was awesome. I didn't know he was going to do all that. I just told him to get me the code. I just don't think nobody heard me yet. I didn't tell him to do that, Malcolm. Dale Griggs, Trina, Trey Phillips. I just told him I had a kid. From Houston that I want to get in this camp. All he had to do was, "Okay, I'm going to send you the code." But he didn't. He went out there and met the young kid. Can you imagine how this young... I can tell y'all who the coach was. Penny Hardaway. That's who the coach was. I can't tell you who the kid was. I didn't tell Penny nothing. But that's who he is. That's who he is. When y'all send y'all kids somewhere else and send your kids somewhere, this who he is. The mama happy, the son over there like, "Oh my God." Cause all his teammates saying, "Damn, how you know him?" No, y'all just imagine that happening to your son. Since y'all can't believe it. Y'all can't be happy for nobody else's son. Imagine it happened to your son. Out of the blue sky. Because a mama got up and used her phone to text me and call me. This the value. When anybody say something negative about this show, this the value. So guess what? I'm doing some things yesterday. I get a text. No. I get a call. Mr. Hatter, one of Mr. Hardaway's assistants. I'm about to send you the code to this young man. You make sure he get it so his mom can register him. This yesterday. She called me on Friday. He touched down with them on Monday morning. And on Monday morning, called me and I sent the mama. She texted me back, said, thank you. I'm registered. It's powerful, man. Not because it could have happened to anybody. Y'all, listen to me. The woman texts me in the middle of the night talking about I'm awesome. I wake up in the morning and read the text. I don't even know what she's talking about. I didn't know what she was talking. Y'all got to understand. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I passed on the information. I forgot about it. Because if one of y'all call me or email me, I am going to answer the email with the best I can. I ain't perfect. Yeah, I talk stuff. Yes. But like my daughter said, you just a big old teddy bear. My daughter said, I got to hear that stuff from you, and you always give it to me. You feel me? But Keith, Keith. We got other people out here, Keith, that got influence like this, but we don't help nobody. What? You know, we got some people, I don't like you. So what? You don't have to like me. This lady here called me, her son going to the elite camp. And guess what? I'm going to be there too. I'm going down there just to support her son. And make sure everybody know who he is. How about that? One of the best camps on any campus in the world. That camp right there. The way they take care. My little nephew went to the camp. You know what I love about my family? My nephew went to the camp. This was the little boy. This is the little boy camp. This is a different camp. This is the elite camp. My nephew. You know my family didn't call me saying, could I get in? They just paid their way in. Y'all feeling me? Just in case you didn't feel me, I got something for you. Got something else for you. Hold on. Watch it. Solomon Brown wines, man. Y'all get y'all some wine when y'all, this is the midday sports happy hour. Y'all should have a glass of that wine in your thing. Let me tell y'all something. And what I would take credit for. I met Penny when he was a young man like y'all, as kids are. Some years later, 30, 40 years later, I got influence with him. He got influence with me. Some people ain't got friends. They done been around 40 years. I sit back and think about what I put in him as a young man. Y'all, I wish y'all can come inside my heart one time. Cause I asked her, I said, what do you want me to do? I'm serious. I said, what do you want me to do? See, that's what I have to find out. Because, see, we got some parents. I got some parents that I be on the phone. They calling me, my son ain't playing. My son ain't. I said, what do you want me to do? If he ain't playing, that then he make. I mean, he ain't playing the way you want him to play. He ain't this here. Maybe he just ain't good as you think he is right now. This is a process. Stephen Curry, daddy, played for Virginia Tech, mama. And he in the record books at Virginia Tech, and they didn't offer his son. This is what I hate about these mamas out here. Where they only playing him because his daddy always get talking to the coach. His daddy this, and his daddy talking to the coach. His daddy that might happen. That might happen. I'm not saying it don't happen out there, man. I'm not saying. But it ain't got nothing to do with you. Don't worry about nobody else's son, mom. Now, that's a whole different parent. I'm talking about now. Don't quit worrying about everybody else's son. Because his daddy gonna always say, his daddy. Dad ain't got, if your son is the baddest ass dude in the gym, he got to play him. Well, some of my other kids, they USA basketball. I said, that's the ticket. Your son ain't USA basketball. If your son was USA basketball, they would treat him different. Mama, man, I was so exhausted talking to my parent the other night. She just zapped all my energy out because they think they know it all. Well, if you know it all, don't call me. Y'all, I had to get help in this business. If it wasn't for Alan Branch and Terrell Henderson, I didn't have a chop shop for y'all to get all of this game. Just blessed to have a dude like Alan Branch to say, man, he asked me, what do you want for your son? I had a plan. I wanted him to go to Harvard. He asked me that when he was in the 6th grade. He said he remember he was sitting out on a patio drinking some coffee. He said he'll never forget the coffee. I said, dude, I have made certain investments that I want my son to go to Harvard. He said, all right. He said, now he got to go be good on the basketball floor. If he good enough on the basketball floor, we gonna make this happen. I ain't never went to a coach. I didn't agree with everything that happened in my son's high school basketball career and summer basketball career. I never messed with the coach. Ever. He played with the Houston Hoops and was sitting on the bench behind all them top players. I never said nothing to the coach. The coach knew. I overheard the coach. Boy, he gonna be mad at me. I overheard him. Passing by their room one night, the door was cracked. I got to figure out a way to get ahead in the game. Every time he in the game, we winning. Then when I serve him, they lose it. Mama, I went through the same thing. My son, I'm flying out of town. My son sit on the bench with Tommy Amica, all the Ivy sitting there coming to watch him, and he sit on the bench the whole first half, mama. The coaches got up and left and went somewhere else. The second half he played. And y'all think I've had the same feelings y'all had. I told y'all it was a tournament. In the same tournament, I said, man, I'm finna go, man. Let's go. Get what he tell me. No, Daddy, you can go. I ain't going nowhere. They gonna have to play me. I ain't gonna lie. I sit back and say, okay, all right. See, I didn't want I wanted to see where his head is. Evidently, they wasn't mistreating him. He was just waiting on an opportunity. That's all you can ever ask in this game, Mama. Mama, everything have to happen one weekend. That's all. Like the weekend, I'm gonna let Jimmy tell y'all about it because people calling me and Jimmy calling me, telling me about Robert Miller. Robert Miller did something this weekend. See, all these other weekends and all this other stuff, this weekend, he did something. Y'all, it don't take but one weekend. And y'all whining, Robert. His daddy. That's the reason his son playing his daddy. Boy, them daddy ballers, boy, that never work out, mamas. Anytime you got to explain to me about that daddy, talking about the daddy if the daddy got to have influence over somebody to put his son in the game, that son ain't gonna be good, man. Hold up. Over my 30-year history watching this, daddy ball don't work. Unless your son is a badass dude. And then in that case, the dad ain't got to say nothing anyway. Why? Because my son is bad. I'm talking about the daddies whose sons ain't that damn good. But these are things, man. And I know she mad at me. I hope she watching the show. But I say I'm sick of hearing this mess. He's just got to keep getting better. That's what I told mine. I tell him, hey, this dude, that better. That's how I used to get him. Hey, man, he said, that dude, he's going to tear your head off. That's what I used to do. Every game he played, I go learn something about the other point guard. And I send him a text. Then Coach called me and said, man, Rob raped this dude. Rob mugged this dude. Go, mama. These kids need you to just be mama. You trying to be the coach, the everything. You might have to be a psychologist, but you got to be mama. Leave these boys alone. They ain't listening to you no way. So I just had to throw that out there because it's happened. Y'all see how my weekend been unbelievable. But yes, I want to share something with y'all. I ain't done. I'm not done. We witnessed one of the greatest game 7s in NBA history. I got something else for y'all, but I got to show y'all. You see how I got to go in and out. Stephen Curry, playoff, career high, 50 points. Is the most ever in a game 7. Shannon Holmes. He righted a wrong of game 6. He didn't play well in game 6, Shannon. Remember, he was missing free throws and all that stuff. Y'all remember? Game 7, he scored 50 on 38 shots. Guys, listen to me. He was averaging 22 shots for the first 6 games of the season. He took 16 more shots the other day. Was it Sunday? Other day. Because he is that dude. He knew that the game would be won or lost on his right hand. Y'all got to listen to me now. Check this out. We talking about a winner. We ain't talking about no loser. About Dylan Brooks. We talking about a winner right now. We're talking about the losers on another day. Kevin Frazier. I know it's news to y'all. Shit, y'all should have known he was gone. Talking about Dylan Brooks. Hey, don't even mention Dylan Brooks when I'm talking about Stephon Curry. Please. Bad timing. Check this out. I told you he took 16 more shots in the game 7 because he that dude. He knew that the game, I said, would be won or lost on his right hand. Curry, listen to me. Anybody been watching this show for a long time, y'all know how I felt about this guy. He's from North Carolina, one of my best friends, Byron Dinkins, used to work out with him and his daddy. And Sharp always sent whatever Stephon Curry was doing, I was trying to get my son to do it. He sent me the information. Whatever drills he did, this has been going on for years. If you ask my son, he'll always, my son get tired of me talking about Stephon Curry and Russell Westbrook. He got tired of him. But Curry is arguably the most skilled player that we've ever seen. He's real cool, laid back, but he's a playoff killer. Don't get it twisted. He showed us the other day why he's a top 10 player of all time. Y'all know I don't really like to get into that stuff. Why he is in the discussion among the GOAT point guards. Y'all watch this. I'm finna take you for a story. I'm finna give you a story. Because y'all be looking at all that bullshit. I'm finna give you a story so you can take to your friends. To reach these incredible feats, to be among the greatest players ever, you have to be a playoff killer. That's why y'all be knocking James all the time. Well, Rob, boy, but I look at his playoff record. Oh, my God, let me give it to you. He might not get it in 6 or 7 games, but he got their ass to the 6 or 7 games, and y'all fail to talk about that. Because sometimes if you take the water and load all the time, sometimes you need a help in them last 2 games. But I'm on Steph now. I'm going to get back to y'all. And that, a killer, is what Stephon Curry is. A lot of these shots he was doing the other night were high difficult shots. You know how many, how you can tell somebody had a great performance? Y'all know? Who knows? Other than Malcolm come in. Malcolm out-come-in everybody on the whole show. When y'all talk back to Malcolm, y'all act like Malcolm the only one on the show. Malcolm, I don't understand all these emojis and all that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Malcolm, please tell me you're not a robot. You ain't a bot, are you? The way you doing this is kind of weird. But let me go. Because I keep seeing your name, Malcolm, up there. But let me get back. Thank you. Somebody else on the seat. Thank you. I just want to know, did everybody else get blocked? Because Malcolm outcoming y'all to death. Thank you, Malcolm. I appreciate it, baby. I like that, Malcolm. Malcolm, my man, hold up. If I'm preaching, Malcolm, my man in the front row. Go on, Reb. I got you, Malcolm. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Thank you, Trina. Trina, I didn't want to go there, Trina, because I want to stay on Steph. We're going to get to James. We're going to get to James. Like I said, a lot of these shots were high difficult shots. You know how you can, but my question was, do y'all know, Malcolm, this for you. Do you know how you can tell somebody had a great performance? A great performance? A great performance? Do you know, Keith Liggins, how can you tell somebody had a great performance in the playoffs? I went up. How? That's my girl. I know Leah gonna tell me. Hey, the daddies and mamas that haven't played at the highest level are trying to get should seek sound quality. Oh my God, let me put that on the screen. Boy, if y'all missed early, about 15 minutes early, y'all got to hear the story about the young lady. I might tell it toward the end of the show. You don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of him. That Moody, he's trying to get ahead of him. Trying to get ahead of him. Hey, Josephine. Hey, check this out. How you can tell somebody had a great performance because it starts conversations that wouldn't happen otherwise. Teach y'all how to watch this game. It starts conversations that wouldn't happen otherwise. When you think about Stephen Curry, let's say hypothetical. Let's hypothetically say like this, okay? Let's hypo. And y'all know I'm constantly talking about being a prisoner of the moment. I always talk about, I told Boone the other day, last night he got recency bias. He told me, repeat that again. Boone, I got Boone the other day with that. He said, repeat that again. What kind of bias I got? Let's hypothetically say, let's just say this, that Stephen Curry the other night goes for 20 points on Sunday, and they got eliminated by Sacramento in the first round. Are we having a different conversation nationally today? What my haters at? If James Harden had missed all them shots last night, what would Mendy be saying? Because he could have missed them, and they could have lost. For sure. You know the headlines reads, the dynasty is over. But that's not the collective conversation that really I'm referring to about the team. I got something else I want to share with y'all. I got something else. It's the individual conversations I'm referring to. So with Stephen Curry after Sunday night, all you heard yesterday is, oh. Even though, check this out, he just advanced out of the first round. Wasn't no big deal. This isn't something that he took his team to the NBA Finals. This wasn't the NBA Finals Championship Game 7. This was Game 7 in the first round of the playoffs. Now, the conversation stems, Mark Edwards. Thank you, Mark Edwards. And see, I'm glad somebody heard what I said. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Now the conversation stems from one. Is he the best, the greatest point guard of all time? That's what they're talking about. They probably talked about it yesterday. They're talking about it today. And on other platforms, I heard people talking about the fact that eliminating the point guard and just say he's the best guard of all times. Mark Edward. Mark. That speaks. Y'all got to hear me on this one. Now I understand why y'all be so mad because James didn't win them Game 7 games. But y'all forget about the games he got us to Game 7. And how quickly y'all do. Now, the conversation is Steph be included. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mark Edwards. Mark Edwards, you're helping me preach my sermon. Ken Dorsey, what's up? Ken Dorsey, watch this now. I'm just showing you how the narrative changed, y'all. And I want y'all to be narrative changers yourself. I want y'all to take a look at it. That speaks to the level of performance that Steph had on Sunday, y'all. It was captivating. Those conversations are valid. Guess what, Steph? Did y'all hear what Klay Thompson said? I know Thad Moody know this. He said that game gonna be called the Steph Curry game. Listen, y'all. And I got, because I got all these people out here. Well, man, he ain't no pure point guard. I can't stand them kind of people. Well, man, he ain't no PG. I'm talking about even about your kid. He ain't just let him be a basketball player. and let his gifts put him in a position to help his team win. Watch this. What Clay called it, the Steph Curry game. It is rare for a point guard to put a team on his back in a game 7. We've seen it, Isaiah Thomas. We've seen it, the real Isaiah Thomas, not the little one that keep getting cut. But it's rare. Isaiah Lloyd Thomas. What we need, this was Steph was saying to them. Whatever you need, I got it. Whatever it is. Whatever you need, I'm able to peel off my stack and get it done. This is the stuff that Hakeem and Shaq and Wilt, the great centers, did. The point guard position has evolved, y'all. I'm finna repeat this. To all y'all talking about, well, he ain't no pure PG. I can't stand you people on that app talking every time I see y'all. He ain't no pure this, ain't pure. Your ass ain't no pure whatever you are. All of these are evaluate. Who said it? Where they get their evaluation license from? Somebody got mad when I said it. Where you get your evaluation license from? Somebody got mad when I said that one time. Talk about where I get my license to do this because we the owners. I love that. Check this out, y'all. The point guard position has evolved, y'all, to no longer just being a point guard position. When you think of some of the greatest point guards of all time, let me help y'all. Let me give you some history, in case you didn't know. Y'all watch this. When you think, give me your point guards. Give me your greatest 5 point guards. Give me your 5 point guards. Take Steph out. I don't want Steph in there yet. Give me your top 5 guards. Give it to me. Put them on the screen. Get on the screen. I got something for y'all. This ain't never been done. I ain't never did this. I ain't never did this on the show. Never did this. I'm telling you, I told y'all were going to get something good. Damn, it's 1 o'clock. Come on. Give me your top 4. Come on, Mark. Come on, Thaddeus. Come on, Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Gary Payton. Give me your guys. Jason Kidd. Give me your guys. Come on, give me your guys. There you go. AI. Okay. I ain't never considered AI. But will you? If that's yours, that's yours. I'm talking about okay, if that's your greatest, give me some more. Gary Payton, Jason Kidd. All right, y'all take it. Chris Paul. Y'all ain't said Chris Paul. I guess y'all thing behind. Well, let me tell my story. So, all right, thank you, Mark. All right, Jason, Tony, Paul. All right, okay. Thank you, man. Thank you, gentlemen. Wow. I guess y'all just a little late. My bad. I forgot y'all on 10-second delay. I like this. That is Moody. Tiny Archibald was one of my favorite. Ooh. Hey man, don't mention Tiny Archibald. That's one of the guys. Him and Isaiah was my 2 dudes. Oh my God. Well, he said, I heard the term pass first point. Me too, Mark. I hate it. It implicates you can't score. Thank you, Paul. I hate that term. Let me put that up there. I hate that term. Pass first point. I hate it. So that means if you done broke your guy down and you got a layup and can go and lay the ball up, you're going to wait and pass this to somebody. That's what I think about when y'all call the pass first point guard. But I like y'all. So I like that. Who was that? Trina said, putting in you in the scoring guard, man. I got you. So, I got something for you. A lot of those guys y'all talking about on here, to me, are facilitators. Okay? When I think of Magic Johnson, when I think of Jason Kidd, when I think of John Stockton, when I think of Chris Paul, when I think of a lot of these guys, that point guards, these guys that I've seen up close and personal, what they all have in common is the fact that they facilitated first. That's what I like to call it, facilitate, not pass first. That was your first thought. That was their first thought, is to facilitate first. Isaiah Thomas, I can remember the game against the Lakers, though, when he twisted his ankle and took over the game, was killing Michael Cooper, the best defensive player in the league that year. Go back and look at that. But with Steph Curry, the reason I said don't put him on there, what stands out more to me than anything else, tell y'all, is his ability to shoot the basketball. Shooting the ball is married to scoring. Thank you, Kurt. When you talk about a guy who can take over a game, Magic Johnson took over a game in different ways. Isaiah Thomas took over a game in different ways, parents. He took over the game by starting a fast break. He took over the game by collapsing defense. He broke the defensive down. He took over games, but none of these guys, by reference, took over the game by scoring the basketball. By reference, when you refer to them. In case you didn't know what that means. That's the thing about Steph Curry, y'all. One of the most, let me tell y'all something. How can we look at it like this? The best point guards have the ability to facilitate and score depending on. You can look at it the way you want to. Let me just tell my story. You can look at it the way you want to. I like the way you look at it. Steve, we got a point guard up here. Steven. And I don't know if you talk to your kids about this, Steven. But check this out, Coach Wood. Y'all know that's my favorite coach. The thing about Steph Curry, one of the most underrated things to me about him is his killer instinct. You got to be around him to know all that old skinning and grinning and all that. Don't let that fool you. He out there talking crazy, y'all. He got that thing in his mouth talking crazy to them folks. Not disrespectful, but with unabashed self-assurance. Hey. Hold on. I love to hear people like this. I love to hear informed information like this. He can't guard a soul. But he stopped De'Aaron Fox from getting to that fucking hole the other night to win the game. Guard when he want to. And his offense and the things he do are so lethal that he get the other team player so tired, the other guy can't score on him. So guess what? I disagree with everybody who say he can't play defense. I strongly disagree. Because I can show you video. Matter of fact, I might still have it on this computer to show you his sequence of defense. That he can't play a lick. That's a lie from the pit of hell. I disagree. Let me finish my story. Killer instinct. You always hear about Kobe You hear about Michael. You hear about Giannis as killers. But you never hear about Steph. His ability to take over a game 7, he has done this before. It's special. To me, he's not, what my man at? What, Stephen Woods. He is not a prototypical point guard. He just wins. He can't play a lick of defense like somebody trying to say in the 1-4 championship. Should have had 5 if the boy don't kick LeBron in his sack. Kill me when people ain't watching the game. Talking about he don't play defense. Shit, ain't nobody playing defense on him. That's why he had 50 the other night. The person who was guarding him, the one can't play no damn 50 defense. That's who you need to be talking about. Now, let's get back to this. Check this. He's not the prototypical point guard. He's a lead guard, Coach Woods, with the ability to score the basketball. Check that out. Coach, what you think about that, Coach? Coach, like some of the other traditional point guards didn't have. Guess what? Another thing I like about it. His leadership is also overlooked. He the kind of guy, Doug Smith, can get on a plane and go to Hampton and tell Kevin Durant, man, come on, man, if you're worried about me, I'm on the plane. You remember the Hampton 5 when they went up to the Hamptons? Steph said, look, man, I'll take a back seat if you want to come on this team. Don't think leaders. I told y'all got to get this book. I read a book called Leaders Eat Last. One of the greatest books I ever read. Steph said, player, here. And his clown ass left that. He go up there to a functional relationship and want to go back to a toxic relationship. I still think something wrong. I still think something wrong, Steph, that kid. But I didn't mean to go there, y'all. Sorry, Kevin Durant. I just can't see that. But his leadership is overlooked to me, y'all. Y'all, this is what he did the other day. Thaddeus Moody alluded to it earlier. Parents and mamas and daddies who don't know this is what leadership is. This is what you teach your sons. He spoke with his team before the game. Have you got somebody like this on your team, Stephen Woods? Watch this. He spoke with his team before the game. He was disgusted at how he played and how his team played in game 6. At home, he missed 2 free throws on the same trip at the free throw line. I've been watching this boy since at Davidson, and I ain't never seen that happen. He couldn't sleep Friday night. Stephen, you need to, your boys need to hear this. He couldn't sleep that Friday night. Texting Draymond at 4 in the morning. This is what teams do, mamas. When y'all find this closeness sometimes of team, wives, they might call you at 4 in the morning. Them dudes might text you at 4 in the morning because these dudes trying to win. Watch this. Leading to what the players called, their own players, called the greatest speech of his career he ever gave. He promised, in game 7, I'm going to deliver. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to quit stop writing. I'm just telling you. Watch this. Because y'all going to miss this. Because y'all think they know. Listen to this. He was upset with the way he played and the way his team played. And he promised Game 7, I'm going to deliver. Telling his teammates, don't get your ass on that bus to go here if you in your emotions. After that game 6 loss, don't get on this bus with us if your mind ain't right. You ain't coming back up here. Don't bring your Kaminga, Pooh, all y'all who are whining and crying. Draymond, your ass too. Don't get on this bus. If your mind ain't right. I don't like speculation. But you think Steph was talking to somebody in particular? Those are just my words. Kaminga. I just use Kaminga and Poole and Draymond. I just use it. Do you think he was talking to somebody in particular? Thad Moody? Who follows that team real good? Whoever follows that team real good. Do you think? Who was he talking to? Was he talking to somebody in particular? Did y'all see the footage from Game 6? Let me give it to you. Let me give it to my people. Hold up, y'all. I'm finna show y'all something. Watch this. I'm gonna let y'all look at it again. Look at his leg. Brushed him off. And Steph went got right in his ass. Watch this. Now, I know y'all ain't paying no attention to this, but that's why y'all got me. Hey, player. Hey, man, look how big Steph arms is. Damn. He can't play no defense, though. Wow. Hold up. I want y'all to watch it again. Watch it. I know he didn't want that. I see why he didn't pop your ass down. I'm watching it. Watching it. I want y'all to watch it 2 or 3 times. Steph went right over. I ain't finna have that, man. You ain't finna disrespect. He might have disrespect you, but you ain't finna disrespect him. On my watch. Oh, that happened in Game 6 when they getting their head tore off, right? Let me get back to this. I just want to say, I want y'all to have some visuals when you're talking to your friends. Let me tell y'all something. Jordan Poole was freaking terrible, son. He out there act like he playing a 24-hour fitness. Did y'all see some of them ugly ass moves he was doing? Crazy. What is you doing? Man, Stephen Woods, when he was playing in the faculty game, he didn't do none of that stuff. Y'all watch this, though. When Draymond tried to grab him, he pushed him out. Steph went and got right in it. Listen to me. I've been involved in team meetings and things about, and I'm going to tell y'all some things about team meetings, in case you haven't been in one. Team-only meetings, players-only meetings. It's a team meeting, but everybody on the team isn't meant to speak. Okay? Just in case you didn't know, I'm just helping you if your son ain't told you. But everybody on the team is meant to listen. Yes, Karima, he was playing like 24-hour fitness. Everybody wasn't meant to listen. That's the misconception, y'all, of team meetings. You feel like everybody's coming together, that everybody should have an opinion. Like y'all, like some people on this feed, I got an opinion. At the team meeting, Jim, I'm gonna bring you in. Everybody don't have, I'm just telling you, certain people speak at the team meeting. Certain people, everybody is made to listen. Everybody can't speak. Jimmy, I'm bringing them inside a team meeting. What Stephon Curry did the other day. I'm just catching you. I told you this is the misconception of team meetings. You feel like everybody's coming together and everybody should have an opinion. Sometimes that just ain't the case, my brother and my sister. You do have a few guys that speak and everybody else listen. And a lot of times you don't actually have to talk directly to the guys you're talking directly to. I don't have to call your name to know who I'm referring to. Stephon's told them dudes, don't get on this bus going back to Sacramento if you in your feelings. Take your soft ass and stay at home with your woman or your wife. That's what he told them. He didn't say it like that, but that's what he told them. If you're feeling some kind of way, if you're in your feelings, stay at home. You know who I'm talking to. You know exactly who I'm referencing. That means I am trying. See, what I saw in that. What I saw in that. Look, the video, Rob, Jimmy, you probably didn't see it. I'm gonna play it again. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. This is good. I want y'all to see how quickly Stephon Curry came right over there and said, hey, player, you can't do that. I don't care if he done pushed across your head. You can't do that. I'm telling you right. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, y'all. Because just a lot of stuff happening in team dynamics that a lot of people are not privy to. I'm taking you behind the scenes right now. You know who he referencing when he said don't get on the bus. That means that I'm trying to lead and Draymond is trying to lead Jordan Poole. Sometimes the best thing a leader can do is empower another leader. What Draymond has done in the past has stifled his ability to lead. People don't respect him as much after that punch of Jordan Poole. So what I liked what Stephon Curry did was he sat there and empowered Draymond to now lead again with his voice. He told Poole, player, long as you on this damn team, that's the captain. When you guys don't, see, when guys that don't speak, like Stephon, and start to talk, everybody is tuned in and listen to what they have to say. But one thing I got to say about this Stephon Curry dude. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird did something for a decade. But the way this young man has changed the game, he has did something to change the generation. The way we shooting, the way we doing this, the way we recruiting, everything. This dude changed a whole generation. So salute to Stephon Curry and his win. Now they're going to play the mighty LeBron James. I think that series starts tonight, and I can't wait. And so that's what's up, Jimmy. I just wanted to share that with him.
What's going down? Of course, speaking of NBA news, there's also the Heat and the Knicks tonight.
Yeah,
and that's the first one. No, let's not forget about that.
Well, I can forget about it. You might not forget about it.
I like this series. Remember, I said Miami a couple of weeks ago. I designated Miami was one of the bigger.
So you like that kind? I ain't watched one series. I ain't watched one game. I ain't watched the game. I just say I haven't. It's all good. Me and you got different tastes.
Think of it like this.
You like Crown. I don't like it.
Like who?
You like Crown. I don't like that mess.
Yeah, you like groove. I don't like that.
Clico. Hold up.
Nothing wrong.
Ho. Ho. Don't hate me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful over here, but keep talking.
Man, it's 90 degrees outside.
That's all right. By the time the season rolls back around here, I'm gonna be Jimmy.
No.
Go, keep talking.
Who made that Favre?
I ain't gonna tell you, man. Oh,
you ain't one Favre. No, that ain't one Favre.
that is Favre.
That's Favre?
That's Favre.
Let me see the
ALC.
logo.
Huh?
Let me see the logo.
It's somewhere back there. Hold on. Let me show you the logo. Smother. Well, you one of them what they call y'all. You know, always want to look at people tag. You want. That's it right there.
Oh, that's him. That's him. By Favre. Man.
Hey, Jimmy, it's reversible.
Yeah, I see that.
So when I'm on the road next year, when it's cold, I don't have to put on my skunk. I can put on that.
Yeah. Say, man. But of course, you mentioned it tonight. I look at the Knicks and the Heat, Jimmy Butler. You know what, man? Health issues, the healthiest team is likely to prevail.
Absolutely.
In these playoffs. I mean, and that's
unless you got James Harden on your team.
No.
Y'all look at his face. Look at his face.
Remember, consistency is the key.
I don't know. No. I don't want to hear about no consistency.
That's the key. Remember that. Let's see that now. Consistency.
He ain't gonna never do that again.
Well, okay, what we talking about then? Because Tatum is gonna do what he did again,
and his ass lost.
But he's gonna do it again. They need others to step up. He doesn't step up.
Hold up! Whoa! That's what I said about James when he was Houston. He need other people to step up. Step up.
No.
Oh no! You ain't gonna let that. Yeah. So it's good for the goose, but not good for the gander.
So in James' last 3 years, what other player on that team made the All-Star game from Houston?
Nah.
Harden has All-Star on the side of him.
Okay. Who he have on? Who?
He got an MVP on the side of him.
Oh, you talking about him? You talking about starting as an All-Star? But hold on. Jaylen Brown and
he's an All-Star.
That's All-Star. So what are you talking about?
Yes. I'm saying to you, you mentioned about Harden, about what they said in Houston. I'm saying to you, you're talking about other people got to step up. No. He didn't have no All-Stars on the side of him in Houston.
No. So other people still got to step up, though.
They did what they were.
It's called a team, Jim. All of them getting paid, Jimmy.
Oh, no. Man, come on, man.
Okay. Well, hold up. That's how they feel. You better start hanging around NBA players or not. All of them dudes, hold up. Jonathan Kuminga's sorry ass over that mad because he can't play. He ain't playing. No, I'm finna repeat that. Jonathan Kuminga think he should be playing 30 to 20 to 40 minutes over there. And you telling me you gonna get him an excuse? And they that dude? Moses Moody, he was mad. Man, if y'all don't sit y'all little asses down, Jordan Poole, they gave him that money, and he just took that money and ran. Oh, let me show you what he did. I'm gonna show you why I don't like Jordan Poole no more. Y'all know I don't do this much, but y'all got to see this. Coming in the 7th game, watch this ignorant mess he did. Fox down there minding his business, going through his routine. In a 7th game, this dude run from the other end of the court and.
So I guess that team meeting didn't work so well with him, did it?
With his ass, Jimmy. Some people ain't gonna get it. The preacher done preached to all y'all's ass at church. You don't go. But everybody at church, everybody don't get it.
You know one that didn't get it? How about Dylan Brooks and Memphis, your people in Memphis? Where my homeboy? Show the video. I mean, let's talk about you got the shit on. Show my video. Where your homeboy?
Memphis still strong. Let me find it.
I need to
Keep
see
on
your time.
talking.
See your homeboy right there. Let me see your
I got
homeboy.
to find it. You know, I don't play it all the time.
The most beautiful land in the world.
I'm gonna find it for your ass. Don't think I ain't gonna find it.
Let's talk a little bit about Memphis.
Hold up. Where my man at? Where my man at? Keep y'all. Oh, there he is. Come on, baby.
Memphis.
Come on.
This Memphis. Nothing but Memphis. Everywhere we go, it's Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee, the beautiful land in the world. This Memphis.
Now, what you got to say? Cause we getting rid of. Hold up. So we getting rid of a Canadian, and you right here got something to say about it? We ain't want him no damn way.
Nothing but Memphis. You see the box? Nothing but Memphis.
Guess what? Jimmy.
Woo!
Jimmy.
Say man, when the last time have you seen a general manager just roll a dude in the middle of the street as they just did for Dylan Brooks? When's the last time that happened? But a GM just rolled a guy in the middle of the street like that.
Jimmy, they've been tired of his ass for 3 years, ever since Danny he got there. How about that?
Woo! That rolled him out in the middle of the street. He says, we are going to take a different approach towards trash talk next year. It's going to be a different whole decorum with our organization. And letting them know that, hey, man.
I don't know if you've been watching. Have you seen Ja? Ja been talking real like he went to private school now. Ja been talking like he went to the damn private school he went to.
Hey, you know what? Whoever his person is working.
Of course.
They put the mic in front of him several times, and he was saying all the right stuff and putting up.
Jimmy, you wasn't here. I gave these people a great look inside of what's going on with Ja Morant. I told them, Ja Morant got 3 powerful entities that's got a lot invested in him. He got the Memphis Grizzlies just gave him the max deal. He got Phil Knight and Nike, who gave him his own shoe, and he got USA Basketball. They gave him, that's the NBA. So those 3 are the powerful entities in sports on the planet. And he is America's hope for the American player in USA Basketball. If you go around, most of the guys are foreign. So guess what? He said, somebody reminded him, player, this who you are, not that. And guess what? I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. But keep going.
Yeah, man.
Memphis. I'm glad you told me to play that. I like that.
Hey, man.
Memphis, the most beautiful land in the world.
Well, the thing is, he had a chance.
And Jimmy, land can be beautiful, can it? No. I'm just asking the question. Can land be beautiful? With all of you correct grammar having ass Negroes, can't it be a beautiful land?
No.
This land was your land. This land was my land. Huh?
Not the most beautifulest.
No, he said the most beautiful land in the world.
I mean the most beautiful.
Jimmy, you said perks and every damn thing. We don't say nothing about you, and you gonna mess with him about land?
Yeah, but
the pot can't talk about the tea kettle.
But for some reason, we get the distinct impression that that's him. He's
been hit in the head a few times. What's your excuse? You ain't been hit. You've been dodging.
Hey, that wasn't the boxer in that fight. He was dumb. He was what is it, dumb beanie?
No. But he's a boxer too, though. He's about. Hold on, hey, Kevin Frazier. Hold on, let me stop, Jimmy. Kevin Frazier. I can say that about Jimmy. You can't. He talking about Alcorn.
Hey,
yeah,
hey, man.
What?
As we, of course, we get up in there, make sure, guys, we have to share the show right now. Share the show your timelines, to your pages right now as we get on down toward the finish line of today's broadcast. I want to share with you guys, of course, yesterday meaning to, and that we had difficulties cranking up the car, but I want to on Mondays. Going to make Mondays very and highly anticipated because we'll start acknowledging some of uh, the grassroots teams and some of the top performers from their respective weekend, regardless of circuit. So that means it's not going to be just regardless of. So that means those who check in with their recaps of who did what, then those be the ones that get acknowledged. Now, if you don't check in, then don't get mad. Don't get mad. And so Rick Nelson and myself, we had the Kingwood Live this past weekend. And as we advertised, we came up with an idea. Remember on the cup last week, came up with a thought to let some parents in free. Meaning that, like I said again, at this grassroots event, we came up with a concept where those teams who paid the full and team rate can get up to 10 parents in free. Now, here's the thing, Alan. That was about maybe 20 teams that qualified to get the parents in free. So we had to print stuff up in advance. Got to print all of the schedules, and we have a deadline. Like anybody that's in business have deadlines. So our deadline, which was in fairness, we sent an email out and a text message out to the coaches of those particular 20 or so programs that qualified to get the parents in free. They had a deadline of 11:59 p.m. this past Thursday. Out of those 20, only about a dozen or so responded with their list. So it's about 6 to 8 coaches that caused their parents to have to pay because of their procrastination or just straight out neglect. And what our door people was doing, you can imagine what they were doing. They come through the door telling those parents, Sandra and the rest of the crew, hey, you need to ask your coach why he didn't put this list, why he ain't sent his list in. They had people going after those coaches' throats. Parents was mad. Not at us. But at the same time, it was a great concept. It was well received. And as a result, we're going to imply it again this weekend at the Elite 36. Now that event is going to be really small, just like the last one, compact, and 4 courts right across the street from each other. And guess what? Once again, for teams who complete registration, you can get up to 10 parents in free. This stuff adds up, man. I'm talking about, I think Rick Nelson has a couple of videos. I got a call last night from a coach. He said, man, I really appreciate that. My parents appreciate it. Thank you for the efforts. And this is no different than you going into a source. I had a couple of people ask me, several people, man, why would you do something like that? Why is that? That don't make sense, man. Everybody got to eat, but it's a business. I say, well, tell me this. What's the difference in doing this in a store having a red apple sale or a clearance sale or did some type of season sale when you put in the summertime? Guess what? They mark stuff down. This is just a sale. It's a way to show appreciation, and hopefully it will work. Hopefully people will appreciate it with their actions. That means you have time if you're registered in another event, and a lot of times, a lot of these coaches ain't even paid yet. Ask your coaches. And guess what? You come on over to the Elite 36, and you parents get in free, up to 10 of you. It's simple. And I want to thank everybody on that aspect. Now let's acknowledge some people out. I actually slid down to College Station on Sunday morning. because I had to primarily I had to be present for this one player that has been excelling in the basketball classroom, meaning on the court, and he's been doing what was expected of him and then some. And you know I am, Adam. When you're winning, sooner or later, I got to show up and represent, especially if college coaches are involved. And this young man, Robert Miller III, from the TJ Ford program, and I called it back in March. I said, you guys, this team, it should be successful. However, their success could also be, it could be to their demise. And I'll explain that in a second. But this big fella, he's about 6'11" now. He's long and he plays long. I'm talking about, he had 21 in the first half of the game that I arrived at that Sunday morning. 21 at halftime. Hell, 5 threes. 6'11". He finished with like 34, like 20 rebounds. You had another big fella, Bucky, from out of Clements High School. He had 10 blocks that game. Then when I say it could be their success, I even like the play of little Jalen Gambrell. He's finally in a situation where he's not required to score. He's not required to be the first, second, third. He's probably the fifth option on that team in the starting lineup is the young fella, Jalen Gambrell, which is okay. That means now you can work on his defense. He can work on on his skill sets on the opposite end of the court. But I like the backcourt. And this is one of the things why I said this team could be good. I even said it last week. You got TJ Ford Jr. and you have Bryce Smith. Both are unsigned seniors with relatively strong bodies. Most of the games and the players that they're going to be opposite collectively will be one grade below them. You follow me? This is a seasoned set of guards who have played together for at least two consecutive summers. They train together in countless hours per week under the same guidance. That means they don't have different, one guy teaching them this, a developmental guy teaching them that, another guy teaching them one of them that, another one teaching. They're working in sync, and it shows on the court. Now, the thing is, with their success, they went 4-0, this team. They got rewarded. As a result, they qualified to TJ Ford. They're no longer going to be playing in the regular division. They're been promoted by Adidas. They are in the same thing with all of the big boys now. So it's effective immediately. They go into the circuit, which is the goal. And that's the benefit of some of those teams. You can win and you can dominate. They went 8-0 over the 2-week span. And they've been crushing guys, doing what they were supposed to do. You got 2 7-footers. You got 2 unsigned seniors handling the ball. You got shooting, you got defense, and they don't have but like 8 guys in uniform. Them the good kind right there. You know what I'm talking about. Ain't no 12 guys. You have to look down the bench, worry about playing time. Everybody gonna have their jersey sweaty after the game. Good job for them. They qualified. Now it gets real, because the college coaches now will be watching from afar because the live period isn't until July again, unless these guys play with their high school teams in June. So they're going to be watching now to see if they can keep up the same level of dominance or even show the continued signs of being a prospect while you're going against teams now that will have at least 4 Division I prospects on the team, rather than maybe 1 to 2 Division I prospects. That's the difference in the level. Every team that's part of that Adidas circuit is going to have, I would say, maybe 5 to 8 Division I prospects on it now. So you have the playing field is risen, the stakes are higher. You know, you better just get over and get those block shots against guys. Bucky can get 10 blocks against a guy 6'3". Let's see if you get 10 blocks against a guy 6'10" now. Then the guy coming off the bench after him is 6'10". You know, and then now you got to go defend him out to the perimeter. And Robert Miller III, instead of you shooting 5 threes, now you got to go guard another guy the same size as you who's going to stretch out and shoot 5 threes as well. That part is yet to be seen, but however, it's still a great job for this team being the independent team of the year right now in the state of Texas. Now, as they proceed, here's what's going to happen. They keep winning throughout May. College coaches somebody may come and offer Bryce Smith and or TJ Ford Jr. If the right offer comes, one or both of them is going to take that offer. Free college is free college in that Division I level is what they're trying to attain. If that Division I offer comes, one or both of them is going to take it. Well, what happened? How did they only have 8 guys in uniform? And 1 to 2, your most important pieces of implementing your offense gone, then this team is a whole different team. That's just saying it could be to their demise. So that means you got to go and get somebody new. You cannot replace TJ Ford Jr. and Bryce Smith within this particular offense, within this team, and keep those big men happy. Specifically, Robert Miller III, who is, without a doubt, right now, understand now, you've been doing this against JV guys. You're dominating them. You're validating and looking like a McDonald's All-American right now. But all naysayers or skeptics will be watching to see what he does next. Remember, the same guy, he gave us signs last year, Heather. Remember when I went to Pangos? Remember when they snubbed the little fella Chris Johnson out of the All-Star game? Hell, this young fella, Robert Miller, was named to that All-Star game. Remember Wesley Yates III got MVP of that All-Star game up at Pangos? Well, Robert Miller did. Well, he was there and earned his way up in there. He'll be back at Pangos again this year. Think about what difference a month makes, Hatter. We were just having a debate. Not we, but there was a debate among many, spearheaded by none other than John Urey, about who was the best player or the best junior in the area, right? And remember, he said the great Jared Harris. And Jared Harris, in his first 2 games this past weekend, now they won both of them with Live On. Jared Harris had 9 points combined in the 2 games. And you got the big fella, Robert Miller, is putting on a show. I give props to his father, Hatter, because it's not easy to go out there and play the sneaker ball on the 16s. Now, you never played 17U circuit on the sneaker yet. And you take a leap of faith and say, you know what? I'd rather my son go get it out the mud and be happy and get his development the way I want him to get it and whom I wanted to get it from. And that's from under the TJ Ford, Pop Ford, Tim Ford umbrella. They could have went and played anywhere they wanted to. Their dad took control of his son and said, I'm putting him over here. Y'all can kiss my ass. And I'm just my son. And guess what? A lot of times those type of leaps don't work out, Adam. But for him right now, he's the red ant in the ant bed. And we love those stories because it gives other independent teams hope. And he's not the only one. They have another big fella up under him, Hatter. A big one named John Clark.
Mhm.
He goes to Klein Kane. He's about 6'8". This dude been eating on the 16 on the team. So they have something in the future. Just like Gambrell is back. So now, if those guys, he has a nucleus to build upon. And this team's success, if they're able to, like I say, if they're able to not get those guys offers, those go at backcourt and keep them intact, it could finally get the goal of one of the goals that the Ford family was seeking 8 years ago when they came into the grassroots sector. Well, they've been in the grassroots sector way before then. I'm just talking about when TJ Ford inserted himself into the equation with this program and put his hands on deck to get a full sneaker sponsorship. TJ Ford was an Adidas baby. Remember, he was one of the faces of Adidas when he was coming in high school. Then, of course, Nike, the University of Texas was a Nike program, but in high school, he was Adidas baby. He was one of those guys that, like we went to the event out and they got the big life-size posters. TJ been there, done that. So then he probably have wondered, and the family probably wondered, man, we were good to Adidas. We showed loyalty. We were loyal to Adidas. Then all of a sudden, they wouldn't give him a deal. Coming out and he had the program. They said, well, get you some teams. We want programs. And he went and got all them teams. Remember, he used to have all them TJ Ford teams, blue, gray, white, all them different teams. Get a program. Got a program. Got all of his buddies to start coaching the teams. Daniel Ewan was coaching one. Kenny Taylor was coaching one. Different guys were coaching them. They still didn't budge and give him a deal. Then I told him, you got to win. You got to get a pro. Well, Robert Miller has him winning, and his future is in his hands, and he's eating right now. So I want to give him that. I spent too much time on them, but I just can't. I love it when teams are kicking ass. You kick ass, you deserve all the ink you can get because it ain't enough talking about it. Even though, man, you think about this. That team has yet to play in a single event of mine this entire summer. And think I just spent 15 minutes talking about it. So for those that think sometimes, well, man, he get your kid ranked lower because you ain't. No, man. I don't do that. I don't hold kids hostage. I don't shoot and throw bullets at the kids because of decision. People go and take leaps of faith. Let them go. At the same time, you acknowledge if you're covering whatever you're doing, you just got to be consistent with it. And y'all know one thing, if you've been paying attention to me, if you're winning and you're from this city, I'm gonna give you some ink. Most people don't like because winning ain't that easy for everybody. That's the problem. So then you get mad. You want me to acknowledge it because you went 0-4 or 2-2. That ain't win. And win again, and then I'll be right there. Speaking of which, the Texas Takeover 17 under West team. They were in that same Adidas second tier that TJ Ford is in. That West team, they went 4-0 this weekend as well. A shout out to them.
Did they move up?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, they ain't no. They
Okay.
ain't got.
You said 4-0. I didn't know.
They 4-0 this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know what the record is overall, but that's a good showing. Now the 17 on the East team went 1-3. And guess what happened after them? If they went 1-3, I think the East team is like their better team on each age group. They have a West and an East. I think East is their top. The West is like their B team.
Okay.
The East went 1-3, and from what I understand is that the coaches have been fired by the program director. The volunteer coaches have been fired from Texas Takeover. Want to give a shout out to little kid Jordan Buckner from South Houston High School. Right, he averaged 8 assists a game. Kyle Morgan, right, on that East team, they were 1-3. Was he was the player to acknowledge on that team, but their lack of communication is what's being deemed as a reason for some of those 3 losses. Speaking of 3-1, I mean winning programs, the Fam Elite Gold team, they're in that same Adidas 3SGB circuit. That's the second circuit. They went 3-1, the Fam Elite. Trey Lucy. Remember that name, how to Trey Lucy? Remember that was remember what year was that we had the Dallas Houston healing after Harvey? I think was it Harvey? And the game, the fundraiser where we gave several families we gave them envelopes of money to help them with their recovery efforts. His family was one of the ones that received the envelope that day. Hannah. They, it was lucky random drawings from the gate, from the door, and several families received the envelopes filled with money. And that's why I always remember that young man and his family for coming out and he didn't play in the game, of course, but he was there. He was that was what, how many years ago? 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. Now he had 21 points against a Utah Gold this past weekend. Give a shout out to him. He averaged 15 points a game. Remember, he started off the season. That was a young man in my ask, and I asked the question about last week and the week before about he started off with the Houston Raptors, right? Then left to live on and played with the EYBL team but he never actually made it to compete in an actual EYBL game. He left the team due to lack of playing time and went and joined the Fam Elite. And that was the question I asked was why did he not go back to the Raptors? And I still forgot to have talked with Bobby Benjamin about it. And I'm quite sure they have their reasons. But this is Trey Lucy. It's levels, guys. It's levels. This is a level that he can dominate, or he can put his fingerprints on, or make his presence very felt. Also, Arlen Kunjuhi from Cy-Fair High School averaged 13 points a game for that Houston Fam Elite. Now, other teams that fared well just give you a recap. Coos Elite. PJ Koonsnard and his squad, they went 3-1 over the weekend. And Zion Pipkin was the best performer on that particular team. Also, Dalen Porter, Braden Young, tall fella from out of Cypress ISD, and of course Javarius Thompson rounded out the quartet of guys who toted most of the load for that Coos Elite team. Went 3-1. Speaking of 3-1, Joe Little Athletics. That team there went 3-1 in Gasso. They had been undefeated all spring until they suffered their first loss this past weekend. They lost in the championship game down in Gasso. Nate Congolo, he's a junior at A-Leaf Taylor High School, was the brightest spot from that particular team. Now, round off with speaking of teams and how they fare, Team Temple. How about a Jekyll and Hyde performance? They went 4-0 the first weekend, right? 2 weeks ago. Then bounced back to go 0-4 this past weekend. So now they're 4-4 on the season in the circuit. But their top 2 performers were Stoney Hadnot and Jackson O'Vera. O'Vera averaged 16.5 points a game. He was 47% from behind the arc, which is awesome. Stoney Hadnot, he averaged 15.5 points a game, along with a little over 8 rebounds. Now, as for a couple of the sneaker teams, a sneaker sponsored 17U teams who checked in, uh, Southern Assault. I got a chance to check out one half of their game on Sunday morning. It was a good, hard battle against a team out of Utah, and they ended up prevailing. Southern Assault went 4-0. Vunzel, shout out to Vunzel and his squad for their action this past weekend. Michael Robinson, Nick Cody, and Chance Puryear are the top 3 performers from the Southern Assault. Speaking of the DFW teams, show some love up there. Drive Nation didn't fare as well. They went 1-3 this past weekend. Drive Nation did. They went 1-3. They won 1 game out of their 4 contests. However, and of course, on the season, speaking of Drive Nation, they dropped to 3-5 after 2 EYBL sessions. However, David Punch, that's the big fella from Harker Heights High School out in Killeen, he fared pretty well this way. Also, Demarion Dennis, and he's the young fella, the young floor general over at San Antonio Veterans Memorial High School. And that's the team that actually went to state. And you guys may have saw him when they played and they lost to Dallas Kimball down in San Antonio with his high school team. Last but not least, Houston Hoops finished 2-2 this past weekend. They finished 2-2, and the Trey Johnson, of course, he led them in scoring. He averaged 24 a game this past weekend. He had 1 game with 33, so he did not disappoint. He did enough to defend that, I guess, the accolade of being the number 1 player in the country in his respective class, according to ESPN. Divine Oguchukwu from out of Clements High School, he bounced back to play really well, from what I understand. And they needed a good performance from him. He had, and great from him because of the role he's thrust into. He had 12 points one game, 13 points another game, and he excelled in his role for the most part. Justin Begg also performed well this past weekend. For the Hoops. But despite that of all, they only finished 2-2. So once again, guys, every weekend, if you're sending an email,
JL3, did you mention JL3?
They didn't check in. I reached out to them. Let me know what you did. Let me know how you're doing. So I didn't, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Input equals output.
Absolutely.
Input equals output. And so it's not slighting anybody. If you didn't hear your name, that means you didn't check in. It's simple. Put a log on the fire. It'll keep you warm. Don't put your hands over this bucket, over this barrel, and you ain't put no log on the fire. That's it. But
yeah, because I see I'm watching. I see an email about the team, Little Joe Athletics. They sent all detailed information.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's the top player from that Joe? From that
I just wanted. I couldn't tell you who the top player. They just said I want you to give you some intel about the 17 and other Joe Athletics. This weekend they were 4-1 at Gasso. Falling, I guess, in the white bracket championship by 2 points. I can give you some players on the roster.
Yeah, I see it now. And as I mentioned, that kid Nate from A-Leaf Taylor High School and Nate Congolo was the best performer according to the coaching staff this past weekend. And guess what, guys? Let's say some of you guys, here's where you don't dare go. Don't dare go to a space where you find yourself saying, well, man, Hicks acknowledged these guys and Chop Shop acknowledged these guys, and they weren't even there. How they know what they did? You know what? This comes from the coaching staff. I respect the coaches enough to be able to tell me, who are all former basketball players at some level or another, to be able to tell me who did they feel was their best performers. This ain't come from the parents.
No,
this came from the coaches.
Absolutely.
So which is respectful. And if people feel that type of respect, then guess what? Sometimes they will reciprocate. And sometimes they realize, you know what? Hicks and Halliday ain't against our kids. Some of you guys believing that we hate your kids. Yeah, some of you guys believe in that.
Jim, I mean, I just don't understand that. I really don't understand that. But I guess people are unbelievable. But that's why you wasn't on the show. I had to tell you this story because I told it at the beginning. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I got a call, Jimmy. I got a text first from a parent asking me how could I help her. I called her back, and she said, "Well, I want to get in this camp. I want my son to get in this elite camp, Jimmy, and you have to have a code to get in it, right? You have to have a code to get in elite camp." And what I asked her, because I said, well, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Jimmy, that's my first thing, because I just want to know, because I don't know what to do. And but she told me, she said, well, my AU coach some people always saying they can get something done, Mr. Adder, and they didn't get it done. And I said, okay. I said, all right. I said, send me the information, Jim. She sent me the information. So immediately Jimmy, it was Friday afternoon at 12 p.m. I sent that message straight to the head coach and told him I got a kid that I need to get in this camp. I ain't never seen her son make a layup in my life. But she watched this show and support this show. I didn't ask no damn questions. I texted coach. And the coach said, I got you. So, Jimmy, I forgot about it. I promise you, I went probably play golf for that day. Jimmy, do you know at 12 a.m., this was 12 p.m., at 12 a.m., I get a text, but I ain't read it till the next morning, that Friday night, Saturday morning. The text said, thank you, you're awesome. I said, what the hell did I do? Jimmy, because I don't know. I just sent a damn text, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this how potent and influential the Chop Shop is. Jimmy, the mama said the coach who are in question came over to where the kid was, I guess at the gym. She didn't give me no detail. And out of all the people on that team, went straight to her son. Them other guys were top guys and top 100 guys. He went straight to her son, the one I gave him. And I don't know what he said to him, but the mama said, Hatter, you are awesome. Because it made the kid feel good. It made the mama feel good and everything, Jimmy, right? So that's Saturday. Jimmy, yesterday afternoon, I get a call. The coach's assistant said, Mr. Hatter, I'm about to send you something. Make sure this kid get in this elite camp. I'm sending you the code. Jimmy, yesterday they sent me the code. The mama and the kid is, and the mama's happy and the kid is happy. Because of the child. So y'all can make, Jimmy, that's what I don't understand. People say people get mad at the kid. I have never seen this boy make a layup in my entire life. That ain't my damn job. It's Jimmy and Doug them job. But she said, other people saying what they can do and can't do it. I showed her how to get it done. And thank God her and the kid is happy. But Jimmy, that's the potency and that's the value. When people around telling people, well, don't man, somebody don't like their kids. Man, come on, I ain't never seen a kid play a day of my life. The mama needed my help, and guess what? I helped her. And guess what? The kid is in the camp right now. How about that?
But that's a great story, great news. And that's how it goes. A closed mouth can't get fed.
Hallelujah. She sure called.
And
she text and call.
Some of you out there, you are purposely reluctant to consider yourself falling into some type of old adage of becoming that parent. I hear people say, I don't want to become that parent. That parent will get things done. Now it comes with a risk, because eventually, if your son can't play or can't perform, then guess what? Nobody's going to mess with you. Nobody's going to tolerate you. But if you're that parent and your son becomes that dude, that means you got that dude and with that parent, somebody will tolerate you. I promise you that. And somebody will appreciate you or give your son the opportunity to flourish. And as long as he performing, that's the thing. So closed mouth can't get fed. Guys, do not be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask in regard to if there's for opportunities.
Yeah.
But
Jimmy, some of the people feel funny about asking calls. They done talked about you like a damn dog. So it's hard to come ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. But this basketball community, if y'all knew the stuff that I knew about some of y'all parents, y'all, woo-wee. I just don't care. I just leave it alone and just smile. But boy, if y'all knew. Boy, yeah, I know.
And of course, tomorrow I see Chad Groth down over in Phoenix, Arizona, watching Chop Shop, and he says we got a grassroots portal Wednesdays, Chad, on Wednesdays. Trust me, everybody has practices on Tuesday. There's going to be some movements, and I've already confirmed 2 key moves, and we'll divulge those on Wednesday's broadcast of the Chop Shop. Hey man, Alan, there's no more live period. So I've been getting calls. It's been so funny. I'm talking about, it's not funny in a bad way, but it's just funny because parents, you guys have to do better at reaching out and convincing or influencing some of the other parents to come and watch the Chop Shop.
Wow.
To come and ask questions.
Wow.
Everybody's influenced by somebody. Just like you can go say, hey, man, let's go to this spot. Let's go to this bar. You can influence them. Meet me at this restaurant. They got good margaritas, whatever. Influence them to come and get this intel. Influence them to ask questions. And then guess what?
You just made me think about it, man. I'm just, Jimmy, and like I said earlier, Jimmy, I just text the man. I didn't know the man was going to go up and greet the little boy. And they said everybody was looking and noticing. Like, wow. And it just makes me just, and the parent, and I know she probably out here laughing talking about Robert didn't expose me. No, I didn't. I didn't want, ain't no business who you are. You were smart enough to realize who really had juice, because you already found out them other people juiceless. So you said, I'm trying to get my son in this thing. And I called the dude that got him right. Jimmy, Friday afternoon, Monday morning, the boy in the camp. How about that? An elite camp that everybody can't get in. Evidently, everybody can't get in. I didn't know, Jimmy. I ain't know nothing about no damn code to get in no camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I ain't never heard of the camp. You got to have a code to get in it. Okay. All right. But I can't wait to. But shout out to that parent. Parent, if that parent needs to be sharing this show with everybody on the planet, because maybe I can help their kid. Maybe Jimmy can help their kid before. We got Cyril White on here. We got reached all the way to China on this show right now.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. We got reached all the way to China. Hey, the golf glove I was wearing yesterday, Jimmy, came from China. Jimmy, the glow in the dark on you, Jimmy. I got a golf glove that'll glow in the dark, like the ball.
But you got your Michael Jackson glove.
I have been Michael Jackson. I didn't stop till I got enough. Yeah, but
yeah, man,
that was good.
That's of course that is pretty much in a nutshell. We got several topics on the table. We're getting that stuff on tomorrow, but it is time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this terrific Tuesday. Yeah. We're going to ask you guys if you would be so kind to share the show once more before you go out the door. Let me say it the Southern way. Share the show once more before you go out the door. You dig? And that's what we're going to do.
You say you did.
Shout out to, I see little cousin is all the way up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Malcolm Hall. And shout out to Malcolm Hall. I was like, I wonder if that kid didn't show up. That is, I'm looking at the screen. That's a little cousin. All right, shout out.
That's your kinfolk.
Appreciate little kinfolk for keeping everybody engaged and
that's good. He's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Hey Jimmy, you miss. Right? Hey Jimmy, you miss you. Y'all. Hey, TSU. That black tie, off chain, pal. TSU do it right, man. TSU that came up. I don't know what y'all had heard. That black tie thing they did, that tiger ball they had this weekend, man, was y'all better be getting invited next year because it was sold completely out.
They say you was eating everything. You stood over there by the food, ate everything they had over there.
No. What happened? You know, it was dinner. You had to sit down and get dinner. Jimmy, they serve you red or white wine, whatever your preference. I told the person, I said, who responsible for the wine? They brought the lady over there. I said, let me tell you something. I gave her I said, look at here, Solomon Brown wine. Next time, let's get that wine up in here. I did. So it was nice, Jimmy. It was nice, man. I had a great time. Y'all president of y'all university, Jimmy, I got to tell you this. Let me tell you something. Them young students, I got a chance to talk to a lot of. They love her. That lady do some things behind the scenes to help them kids stay with their finances and staying in school. Because Jimmy, I found out she said she was a product of having a hard time paying for her school. So now she's the president, and now she makes sure that she have these kids. One of these young kids, one of the recipients, he's going to Johns Hopkins for grad school because of what TSU and the people who give to this ball and the people who did that these young kids able to go fulfill their dreams, man, just with a little help from all of us. So shout out to that university, man. I learned so much about HBCUs through them, and shout out to them. But now we can get out of here.
Yeah, indeed. I was thinking and looking and seeing if of the 8 remaining NBA teams,
okay,
I want to say 6 of them at least has a player from Texas on the roster.
Okay, who that? Vanderbilt?
Well, that's the Lakers, Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Philadelphia, Maxey.
Yeah.
Boston, Marcus Smart.
Huh. Okay.
Um, Denver, DeAndre Jordan.
Okay.
Um,
Miami got one?
Miami, Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. New York? Shit, you
New
New York?
York,
Yeah.
Julius Randle. That's 6.
That's 6. That's right.
6 of the 8 has a
Wow.
player from Texas, not just on the roster. I said on the roster, in the rotation.
Yeah. Gold
What
State
about
ain't got now. Gold
Phoenix and
State.
Golden State?
Gold State ain't got now.
Phoenix. What about Phoenix?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. You guys,
That's a
does
good one.
Phoenix have
That's awesome.
a player from
That's right. Julius
Texas?
Randle from New York. Oh, you already called that name. Julius
Yeah, we
Randle,
said-
and we got 2 on that damn team.
Yeah, Quentin Grimes, but I'm just at
And he
least
from Texas?
they both in the rotation. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Not just on the roster. I said on the roster. Let me stand correct. In the rotation.
Damn. That's good.
In the that's awesome, man.
Wainwright. He on somebody's team. Sure is. He from Texas. Is he? I know he went to Baylor. I don't know if he's from Texas.
Yeah, I don't. Is he from? Is he from?
Kevin
Texas?
Durant ain't from Texas, Malcolm.
No,
He from
not the
Baltimore,
college.
baby boy.
It's main right. It's just from the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
He's
Well,
not-
he ain't from Texas.
He's
Okay.
from the Midwest. I remember.
Yeah. Okay, he ain't from Texas.
So Phoenix doesn't have one then, huh? No.
They
I was
got
trying
one
to
from
run
They got one from Tennessee. They got one from Memphis with his non-playing ass.
No.
That little guard that's got. Hey man, y'all be worried about James Harden all the time, but Chris Paul done pulled up lame again on you, Jimmy. Now shake your head on that one. He done pull up lame again. Don't shake your head. You ain't shaking your head when they did it on my boy. Hey, man. Hey, let me tell you what I'm praying for right now. Joel Embiid, I need you right now. I'm praying for that knee. Jimmy, I'm praying for that knee, Jimmy. Jimmy, I need the big fella, man. The big fella is the MVP. I need the MVP out there, man. We can't keep. I can't expect James to keep working this hard, especially after that outfit he had on the other night. I'm gonna show that to y'all tomorrow. But hey, the Lakers going down, baby. Hey, Kim Jackson, the Lakers going down today, boy. Yeah, you can check it. What?
No, Lakers. Just something about them. They are reactors. LeBron is normally he counters. He
Counter to
doesn't
what?
punch.
What are you gonna counter to?
His counter punches is won him 4 championships.
Okay.
He has a good counter.
Okay.
He's a counter punch. So that means he's normally is the guy that will get behind and then remarkably he just finds a way to surge on too.
But what about them other 9 times?
I'd rather have loved than to have lost than to never have loved at all.
Okay, all right. So you're talking about the win, but your ass ain't talking about them losses.
No, but it was multiple wins in order to get to that point. So it's still good.
Hey, think about this, y'all. Robert, this Robert Hatter versus Chris Walker. Golden State versus the Lakers. Oh my goodness. Man, I can't wait. Y'all, let me tell you something. You know what? I gotta go make sure I'm back in time for this. If AD come to play is done. If my auntie had a scrotum, she'll be my uncle. How about that? Kelton Solomon, hey y'all, let me tell you. I can't. Jimmy, if I had a fifth, I'd be drunk, wouldn't I? I'm putting it up on the grain. I'm putting that on it. We need somebody to poke the bear. We ain't poking no bears over here. I ain't poking no bears. If y'all need somebody to hold up, Jimmy. She just gave me some ammunition. If you need somebody to poke you, then maybe you don't need to be there.
Hey, as we leave, of course, thanks Wesley Yates Jr. for providing us a reminder about the brother for Omar Sneed, former Beaumont Westbrook High School star. All-American, and of course, he was on the Chop Shop a year ago when his daughter had what was it? One of the daughter that was his player had committed, I think, to Duke. I think that's where the young lady went.
Yeah, who came on the show.
Live, on the Chop Shop we had, and Omar is now an assistant women's basketball coach at Lamar University in his hometown of Beaumont. His brother passed away, and we're gonna asking for prayers to be lifted for Omar Sneed and his family. Also, a young man from Silsby High School has passed away yesterday morning in an automobile accident as he was driving to school. Don't have the name yet because, of course, he's a minor and want to get all that confirmed for putting this out. But we hear about that and these accidents. Make sure it's maybe a time to speak with your kids about driving etiquette, because a lot of them and grown-ups alike will gravitate toward that cell phone, not even implying this was happening to this young man, but just giving you guys a sidebar to have a conversation and a reminder to these young people, as well as some of you older people, to drive safely as you head especially into a holiday weekend, which Cinco de Mayo weekend is thrusting upon us. You Louisiana folks, you know what? People think about Louisiana, they gonna find a black folk, especially, we're gonna find a way to make a day out of it into another holiday. You just couldn't leave Cinco de Mayo on the weekend by itself. Guess what they got now, Hal?
What?
The New Orleans folk call it the 504 day. That's May the 4th. 504 day. That's their holiday now. Another reason for you to just drink and get drunk is Cooter Brown out there. Y'all don't be shaming yourself down in Louisiana. A 504 day, huh? So you're going to hear everybody playing Juvenile and
when is
DJ
this? When is this?
504. That's May the 4th. Their holiday.
Oh, in a couple of days then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
504 day.
504. All right. I'm with that. Y'all gonna get drunk.
What y'all is the 903?
901.
901. So September the 1st, gonna be y'all day.
We have a day. They had a day now. I don't want to acknowledge that. They got a 901 day. Hell yeah. I don't acknowledge that.
Yeah, and of course, Jazz Festival this past weekend. It kicked off down in New Orleans. I had a couple of my partners.
Man, I wish that would have been nice.
Yeah, good stuff down there. But anyway, guys, it's time to get up out of here. Share the show on your way out the door. We got to get up out of here. You guys be good. Make sure you come on back tomorrow. If you're a first timer checking us out, man, appreciate you watching the Chop Shop. We'll be right back. Chris Walker will be joining on tomorrow.
Oh, Lord.
See, Walker got a lot to talk about. He said he got a lot to talk about. Oh, boy, don't let the Lakers win. How do you know Chris gonna be on time tomorrow?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. They ain't. Don't worry about it. It's all good in the hood, in Hollywood. Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. I'm finna tell y'all. I'm getting out of here for one of these games. I don't know which one it is. I got to go. I got an East Coast. I got an East Coast game I got to go to. And I got a West Coast game. And then I
gotta go. I'm going right now. Peace. See you tomorrow. Right, I'm getting up out of here.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, there I go.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.